Comfort is killing you, not with a knife, not with a gun, with a pillow, soft, quiet, warm, friendly. And that's why you don't fight it. You think comfort is harmless. You think comfort is a reward. You think comfort is self-care. But comfort is not neutral. Comfort is a predator that hunts slow. It doesn't attack your body first. It attacks your standards. It attacks your discipline. It attacks your edge. Then, when you finally look in the mirror, you don't recognize the man staring back. Because comfort doesn't just relax a man. Comfort domesticates him. It turns a warrior into livestock, fed, entertained, sedated, alive, but not awake. You already know this is true. You feel it in the dullness. You feel it in the hesitation. You feel it when simple tasks feel heavy. You feel it when your mind looks for escape, the moment discomfort appears. That is not burnout. That is not bad luck. That is a man trained by softness, and softness makes men fragile. Fragile men break under pressure. Pressure is guaranteed. Life will crush you if you are built like glass. So, listen carefully. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more information. You need to see the enemy clearly. Because the enemy isn't always loud. Sometimes the enemy looks like comfort. It looks like a bed that keeps you late. It looks like a screen that steals your nights. It looks like food you don't need. It looks like pleasure you didn't earn. It looks like just this once, and just this once becomes your identity. Here is the hard truth. A man becomes what he repeatedly chooses, and modern men are choosing comfort every day, not because they're evil, because they're untrained, because nobody taught them that comfort has a cost, and the cost is your strength, your purpose, your self-respect, your ability to endure, your ability to lead, your ability to protect, your ability to build a life with weight and meaning. Comfort takes all of that and replaces it with one thing: numbness. A numb man will not conquer his life. A numb man will not carry weight. A numb man will not build legacy. He will drift. He will consume. He will complain. He will age. Then one day, he will realize he traded his power for ease, and ease never loved him back. So today, I'm going to give you the truth. Not a gentle truth, a clean truth, a truth that shocks you awake. Because men don't wake up from softness by being comforted. Men wake up by being confronted. You want to know why you feel anxious, because your body knows you are capable of more, and you refuse to demand it. You want to know why you feel depressed, because your soul is starving for purpose, and you keep feeding it pleasure. You want to know why you feel weak, because you keep practicing weakness. Every day you choose comfort over discipline, you are training yourself to collapse. And training works. Training always works. The question is what you are training. You are either training the warrior or training the slave. Now I'm going to lay down principles, laws, and if you live under them, comfort will stop owning you. Principle 1. Comfort is not rest. Comfort is escape. Rest is strategic. Rest is earned. Rest builds you. Comfort is emotional hiding. Comfort is what you run to when you don't want to face your life. Comfort is what you choose when the work feels boring, when the training feels painful, when the silence feels heavy, when your own thoughts start to corner you. So you escape. You fill your mind with noise. You fill your body with excess. You fill your nights with distraction. Then you call it relaxing. No, you are avoiding becoming the man you said you would become. Rest is recovery after battle. Comfort is desertion before the fight. Know the difference. Principle 2. Comfort grows fastest in men who negotiate. The comfort trap begins with a conversation in your head. What if I skip today? What if I start tomorrow? What if I do the easy version? Negotiation is weakness dressed as intelligence, because the result is always the same. You delay, you soften the standard, you lower the demand, and once you lower the demand, your mind learns it can bargain with you. A man who bargains with himself is a man who cannot be trusted, not by others, and not by himself. Your first weapon against comfort is law. No negotiation. When it's time to act, you act. When it's time to train, you train. When it's time to work, you work. Your feelings do not get a vote. Principle 3. Comfort kills a man's self-respect before it kills his results. You think the real damage is a weak body, a wasted year, a missed goal. No, the real damage is internal. Every time you choose comfort over what you know is right, you lose a piece of your respect for yourself. You don't lose it dramatically. You lose it quietly. One promise broken, one standard lowered, one cowardly delay. Then you look in the mirror and feel something you can't explain. That feeling is your self-respect leaving. And without self-respect, nothing holds. A man without self-respect cannot build discipline, because discipline is self-respect in action. So stop asking, what do I feel like doing? Ask, what does a man with self-respect do? Then do that. Principle 4. Pleasure must be earned, or it becomes poison. A warrior eats after the hunt. A soldier rests after the march. A builder sits down after the work is done. This is order. Earned reward is healthy. Unearned pleasure is corruption, because unearned pleasure teaches you the worst lesson a man can learn. I can feel good without being good. And once your nervous system believes that, you stop building. You start consuming. You start chasing relief instead of progress. Then your life becomes a loop. Stress, escape, guilt, numbness, repeat. That loop is a cage, so you will reestablish order. Work first, discipline first, duty first, then reward with restraint. A man who cannot delay pleasure is not free. He is owned. Principle 5. Comfort makes you fragile, and fragility creates fear. A man who lives soft becomes shocked by hardship. Small discomfort feels unbearable. Minor resistance feels like oppression. A hard conversation feels like a threat. A rejection feels like death. That is fragility, and fragility creates fear, because when you're fragile, everything can break you. So your mind becomes cautious, avoidant, defensive. You stop taking risks. You stop leading. You stop standing tall. Not because you're introverted, because you're untrained. A warrior trains discomfort so he stops fearing it. You don't wait for hardship to find you. You choose hardship on purpose. Cold mornings, hard sets, long walks with weight, boring repetition, silence, discipline, because the man who trains discomfort becomes calm under pressure, and calm is power. Principle 6. Your environment is either a fortress or a feeding trough. Look at where you live. Look at what you keep within reach. Look at what you see the moment you wake up. If your environment feeds comfort, you will be eaten by comfort. If your phone is the first thing you touch, your mind is invaded before you stand up. If your room is chaos, your mind is chaos. If temptation is easy, you will surrender when you are tired. And you will be tired, so you build a fortress. You clean your space like a man preparing for war. You remove easy poison. You reduce noise. You place discipline within reach. training gear ready, work tools ready, food simple and clean. Your environment should support your code, because willpower is not enough. A disciplined man does not rely on moods, he relies on structure. Principle 7. Comfort is a liar. It promises relief and delivers weakness. Comfort whispers, "You deserve this," then you take it. And for a moment, you feel relief. Then it fades, and what remains is the same problem, plus weakness. Comfort never solves the problem. It only postpones your confrontation with it. It delays the work, it delays the decision, it delays the growth. Then, when life hits harder, you are less prepared. So understand the truth. Relief is not victory. Relief is not progress. Relief is not meaning. Relief is simply the pause before your next regret. If you don't change, a warrior doesn't chase relief. He chases capability, because capability is real. Capability cannot be taken from you. Capability makes you calm. Comfort makes you needy. Principle 8. If you don't choose pain now, you will suffer later. Pain is coming either way. That's not pessimism. That's life. You can choose the pain of discipline, early mornings, training, hard focus, saying no. Or you can suffer the pain of regret, the pain of feeling weak, the pain of watching others surpass you, the pain of wasted years, the pain of knowing you had more in you and refused to demand it. The pain of discipline is sharp and clean. The pain of regret is slow poison. A man chooses the pain that builds him. Principle 9. Comfort destroys purpose by stealing your time. A man without purpose becomes restless. A restless man becomes addicted. Why? Because he needs a substitute for meaning. Comfort offers that substitute. Comfort gives quick pleasure. Quick pleasure gives quick relief. Quick relief gives the illusion of peace. But it's not peace, it's sedation. Purpose requires time. Skill requires time. Strength requires time. Legacy requires time. Comfort is a thief of time. It steals minutes, then hours, then years. It doesn't announce itself. It just keeps taking. So you reclaim your time like it's blood, because it is. Every hour you waste is an hour you will never get back, and men don't get infinite chances. Your youth is not guaranteed. Your health is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, so stop spending your life like you're rich in time. You're not. You are on a countdown. Principle 10. You must become hard to tempt. Not by pretending you don't desire. Desire is natural. You become hard to tempt by training restraint, by building identity, by building standards. So when temptation appears, it doesn't feel like a treat. It feels like a threat to your mission, a threat to your self-respect, a threat to the man you are becoming. Weak men see temptation and think, I want that. Strong men see temptation and think, what will that cost me? Cost is the question that kills comfort. What will this cost my body? What will this cost my mind? What will this cost my peace? What will this cost my future family? What will this cost my legacy? Ask the cost, then decide like a man who understands consequences. Principle 11. Discipline must become your default, not your event. Most men treat discipline like a dramatic moment, a big decision, a Monday beginning, a new plan. Then the excitement fades, and they collapse. A warrior doesn't live by events. He lives by routines, by daily law, small actions that happen no matter what. You don't need a perfect routine. You need 3 non-negotiables. Every day, move your body, produce value, practice restraint. That is the anti-comfort code. If you do those 3 things daily, comfort loses its power because you are proving every day that you are in command. Principle 12. Comfort turns men into consumers. Discipline turns men into creators. A consumer wants ease. A creator accepts effort. A consumer asks, "What can I get?" A creator asks, "What can I build?" A consumer lives for pleasure. A creator lives for purpose. And purpose is what holds you steady when life hits. Pleasure collapses under pressure. Purpose stands. So you must choose. Are you a man who consumes the world, or a man who shapes it? Because comfort trains you to consume. Discipline trains you to create. Build muscle, build skill, build money, build a home with order, build a mind that can think in silence, build a reputation you don't have to explain, build something that outlives your moods. Now let me speak to the part of you that still wants to argue, the part that says, "Life is hard, I need comfort." Listen carefully. Life is hard for everyone. The difference is this: some men use hardship as a forge, others use it as an excuse. Some men face pain and become stronger, others face pain and become softer. Comfort feels like kindness, but it is cruelty when it keeps you small, because you were not built to be comfortable. You were built to be capable, and capability is the greatest peace a man can have. When you are capable, you don't panic. When you are capable, you don't beg. When you are capable, you don't need to hide. When you are capable, you can endure, and endurance is what separates men from boys. So, here is your turning point. The next time comfort whispers, you will not treat it like a friend. You will treat it like a test. Because it is a test of your standards, a test of your code, a test of whether you are governed or owned. And when you feel the urge to escape, you will do the opposite. You will stand up. You will move your body. You will clean your space. You will do the hard task first. You will sit in silence and let your mind burn. Because that burning is weakness dying. That burning is your nervous system learning it cannot control you. That burning is you becoming dangerous again. Not dangerous in anger, dangerous in discipline, dangerous in restraint, dangerous in the sense that you can be trusted under pressure, that you can be relied on, that you can carry weight without collapsing. And understand this: if you plan to lead a family one day, comfort is not just your problem, it becomes their problem. A soft man brings chaos into his home. He becomes unstable. He becomes reactive. He becomes inconsistent. And inconsistency is poison to a household. A strong man brings order, not dictatorship. Order, stability, calm, protection, provision, presence. So if you want love, earn the ability to hold it. If you want respect, earn the strength to deserve it. If you want peace, earn the discipline to create it. Peace is built. Peace is not found in comfort. Now, hear the final truth. Comfort will always be available. That is the modern curse. You can always escape. You can always distract yourself. You can always numb out. You can always run. So the question is not whether comfort exists. The question is whether you will kneel to it. A man becomes free when he can say no. No to the easy path. No to the cheap pleasure. No to the weak impulse. No to the voice that wants to delay. No to the softness that is stealing his life. And every time you say no, you are not losing something. You are gaining yourself back. You are gaining your time back. You are gaining your spine back. You are gaining your future back. So, decide. Comfort is killing you, or discipline is forging you. You cannot serve both. Pick your master, because one will make you strong, and the other will make you harmless, and a harmless man is not safe. He is a liability. He cannot protect, he cannot lead, he cannot endure. So become the kind of man comfort cannot control. A man under law, a man with a code, a man who chooses discomfort and becomes free. And when life brings real pain, and it will, you will not break. Because you already trained for it. You already walked into fire. You already proved to yourself that comfort doesn't own you. That is the warrior's path. That is the warrior's code. Discipline over comfort. Power over weakness. Legacy over pleasure.